Welcome back, students. So far in the first video we discussed about what is limits and the limit of a polynomial function. So today we will be discussing about limits of rational function. So polynomial and rational function has some relation, and what is that relation? Rational function is nothing but a ratio of the polynomial function. That's why we studied polynomial function first and then we are going to the rational function. As you can see what it is written, a rational function is a function, okay, if you say if it is in the form f of x, it is equal to g of x by h of x, okay. It is always written in the rational form. Rational form means p by q form, okay. Rational form means it is p by q form, where this upper in the numerator also you have a polynomial function and in the denominator also you have a polynomial function, okay. If you have something like this in the form p by q where numerator and denominator are nothing but polynomial functions, then you call it as a rational function, provided the denominator should not be 0, because if you have to define a quantity which is in the rational form, the denominator should not be 0. Then how will you find the limit of rational functions? How will you find the limit of rational function? The method is very simple. If you have to find the limit of f of x as x tends to a, what you have to do? You just have to replace the numerator by a. That is wherever you have x, just like you did with the polynomial function. What you had done, wherever you had x, replaced it by a. The same thing you have to do in the numerator as well as in the numerator. This is possible only if h of a is not equal to 0. Okay, this is possible only if h of a is not equal to 0. Suppose h of a is equal to 0. Okay, suppose h of a is equal to 0. That is when you replace the function h of x by a. Okay, wherever you have x, if you replace it by a, and if you get h of a is equal to 0, then there are two conditions. Okay, there are two conditions. One is if h of a is 0 and g of a is not 0. That is, after replacement, if g of a is a non-zero value, then directly you can conclude that limit does not exist. Okay. You can understand it as you get the examples also. And suppose if h of a and g of a both are 0. Okay, as you replace x by a, when you replace x by a in the polynomial function, if you see that h of a is also 0, g of a is also 0, then what you have to do is you just have to simply factorize g of x and h of x. Okay, you just have to simply factorize g of x and h of x and cancel the common factors. If the common factor becomes 0, then the entire term is 0. That is how you will be working out. I hope it is clear. The limit of rational function. What you have to do? First you just have to substitute x by a. Okay, suppose your denominator is 0, then you see what happens with numerator when you substitute x by a. Okay, and if the numerator is non-zero, then directly you can conclude limit does not exist. If both are 0, what you have to do? When you apply x is equal to a, if you are getting both are 0, then what you have to do? Just you have to factorize g of x and h of x, and thereafter you have to simplify. Okay, I hope it is clear. We'll take problems to understand it in detail. Okay, the first question. As you can see, this is a rational function because you have some function in the numerator and some function in the denominator. It is in the form p by q. Okay, the first step, whenever you have a rational function, the first step is see where is x tending to. Here x is tending to 1. First, what you have to do in the numerator and in the denominator, wherever you have x, replace it by 1. Okay, wherever you have x, replace it by 1. That is the first step you have to do. Okay, once you do that, what you will get? Replace x by 1. So, it is 1 square plus 1 divided by 1 plus 100. So, how much you will get? 1 square is 1. 1 plus 1 by 101. So, it is 2 by 101. So, it is a well-defined value. So, this is your limit. Okay, this is your limit. What normally we do is, we check whether when you apply x is equal to a, in the limit, okay, in the numerator and denominator, when you apply x is equal to a, if you get 0 by 0 form, okay, if you get 0 by 0, numerator is also 0, denominator is also 0, then we go for some other method. If we do not get 0 by 0 form, that is we get something else, that is say 2 by 3, some other numbers other than 0 by 0. If we get some other numbers, then that is nothing but the limit. Just like here, when I applied x is equal to 1, I got it as 2 by 101. So, this is the limiting value of this function as x tends to 1. Coming to the next question. What is the next question? Limit x cube minus 4x square plus 4x divided by x square minus 4. Okay, what you have to do first, you can see this is a rational function. The first thing you can see is it is a rational function. So what is the first step you have to do? Put x is equal to 2, correct? Where is the limit of, you have to find the limit as x approaches 2. So what you have to do, first step is put x is equal to 2. If you put x is equal to 2, what you will get, we'll check. Okay, put x is equal to 2, you will get 2 cube minus 4 into 2 square plus 4 into 2 divided by 2 square minus 4, correct? When you put x is equal to 2, that is evaluating at x is equal to 2. Okay, evaluating at x is equal to 2. What we will get? 2 cube. Wherever you have x, replace it by 2. So it is 2 cube minus 4 into 2 square plus 4 into 2 divided by 2 square minus 4. Okay, so what is 2 cube? 2 cube is 8 minus 4 into what is 2 square? 2 square is 4 plus 4 2s are 8 divided by 2 square is 4, 4 minus 4. So it is 8 minus 4 4s are 16 plus 8 divided by 4 minus 4 is 0. So what you got? 8 minus 16. 8 minus 16 is, yes, very good, it is minus 8. Minus 8 plus 8 is 0. So what did we get when we applied x is equal to 2 directly to this function? What did we get? We got the form 0 by 0, correct? What did we got? We got 0 by 0, which means it is not defined. Okay, it is not defined. So in this case, whenever you put x is equal to a and if you get it in this form 0 by 0, you just have to modify your method. Okay, what you have to do? Take that function again. Do not apply x is equal to 2 directly, but we just have to make some changes over there. Okay, divided by x square minus 4 as x tends to 2. Okay, what is the changes you have to do? What is that change you have to do? Now, if you see, x cube minus 4x square, x cube minus 4x square plus 4x divided by x square minus 4. If you see the numerator, what is common in the numerator? X is common in the numerator. Okay, so we'll take x outside. Okay, we'll take x outside. What is remaining in the numerator? X square minus 4x plus 4 divided by numerator. If you see, it is in the form x square minus 4. So we can write 4 as 2 square. So can we write 4 as 2 square? Yes, as x tends to 2. The other things are remaining as it is. In the numerator, we have taken x common. Denominator, we had 4. We are writing 4 as 2 square. Okay, that is equal to limit of x into. Okay, if you see this part, x square minus 4x plus 4, this is nothing but x minus 2 whole square. If you want, you can check. Apply a minus b whole square formula. This is not, if you applied a minus b whole square formula to this, you will get this particular term. Divided by x square minus a square. So here you have to, here we are applying a minus b whole square, which is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, this was in this form, so we applied this. Now, if you consider the denominator, it is in the form a square minus b square, and we know a square minus b square is nothing but a plus b into a minus b. So, here a is x, b is 2. So, it is x minus 2 into x plus 2. Okay, as x tends to 2. Now, what you can see, we have x minus 2 whole square in the numerator, and in the denominator, we have x minus 2. So, 1x minus 2, 1x minus 2 get cancelled. So, what is remaining? Limit x into, in the numerator it was x minus 2 whole square. From that we have cancelled 1x minus 2. What is remaining? X minus 2 is remaining divided by x plus 2. Okay, so somewhere we have simplified our function. Okay, we have simplified our function. Now put x is equal to 2. Okay, now put x is equal to 2 and check whether again you are getting 0 by 0 form or not. So what you will get? 2 into 2 minus 2 divided by 2 plus 2. Okay, so it is 2 into 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 plus 2 is 4. So what did you get? 0 by 4. Instead of 0 by 0, what did you get? 0 by 4. What is 0 by 4? 0 by 4 is always 0. So what is the limit of this particular function? It is 0. I hope it is clear. Why we have done this method is because when we directly applied, okay, without simplifying, when we directly applied x is equal to 2, we got it in the 0 by 0 form. So when we get 0 by 0 form, we cannot proceed with that form. So what we do? We just simplify the things. That is, we simplified the numerator, we simplified the denominator, and then we applied x is equal to 2. Okay, similarly, we'll solve some more questions. Okay, this is exactly the same question what you saw in the previous one, that is the second one, but only changes whatever was there in the numerator, now it is in the denominator, and whatever was there in the denominator is now in the numerator. Okay, whatever was there in the just the reverse, correct, numerator denominator ulta palta agide. Again, first step, since it is a rational function, the first step remains the same. Evaluate at x is equal to 2. That is, directly you are putting x is equal to 2. What you will get? 2 square minus 4 divided by 2 cube minus 4 into 2 square plus 4 into 2. So what you will get? You will get again 0 by 0. Okay, again you will get a 0 by 0 form. So then we cannot directly write this. So what we have to do? We have to simplify. How we will simplify? Just like the previous problem, we will simplify in the same method. X cube minus 4x square plus 4x. We just have to simplify this particular function. Okay, so how can you simplify? In the numerator, as you can see, it is x square minus 4, which can be written as 2 square, divided by, in the denominator you have x common, so take it out. What is remaining? X square minus 4x plus 4 as x tends to 2. This x tending to 2 should be written exactly below the limit. Okay, so that is equal to limit of, again the same, here a square minus b square formula you have to apply. So it is a plus b into a minus b. So x plus 2 into x minus 2 divided by, in the denominator here you have to apply a minus b whole square formula. So it is x into x minus 2 whole square as x tends to 2. Again cancelling the things, x minus 2, 1 x minus 2 get cancelled. So it is x plus 2 divided by x into x minus 2 as x tends to 2. So now what you have done? You have simplified your function. Now put x is equal to 2 directly. Now find the limit. How will you find the limit? Putting x is equal to 2. So what you will get? 2 plus 2 divided by 2 into 2 minus 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 into 0. So it is 4 by 0. Can you divide any number by 0? Like whether it is a well-defined form? No. So what does that mean? Limit which is not defined you will write. It is not defined. Okay, limit is not defined because anything by 0 is a not defined form. So what you will write? Limit is not defined. Okay, limit is not defined. So this is how you will simplify. Further, we'll go to the few more questions. Okay, so this is the next question, students. Okay, this is your next question. So it is limit of x cube minus 2x square divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. Now you can simplify, I guess. Now what you have to do? First step, since it is a rational function, evaluating at 2. Since x is tending to 2, the same question, same limit, x is tending to 2. So what you have to do? 2 cube minus 2 into 2 square divided by 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6. So what you will get? 2 cube is 8 minus 2 square is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. 2 square is 4 minus 10 plus 6. So how much we will get? We will get 0 by 0. So when we directly evaluated at x is equal to 2, what did we get? We got 0 by 0 form. So that means we cannot directly substitute at x is equal to 2. We just have to make some simplification. We just have to simplify our function. So that we will do. So it is limit x cube minus 2x square. I think by now you will be in a position where to guess the things. X tending to 2. So what is it? Limit. In the numerator, what you can see common? X cube minus 2x square. What is common over there, students? Yes, you guessed it right. X square is common, correct? We have x cube minus 2x square, which means x square is common over there, correct? X square is common over there. So take it out. So what it becomes? X square, I'll take it out. So what is remaining? X minus 2. Correct? From x cube, I have taken x outside, x square outside. So what is remaining? X square is remaining into x minus 2. And in the denominator, if you see, it is nothing but x square minus 5x plus 6. Correct? X square minus 5x plus 6. Can you factorize it? Can I write it as x square minus 5x can be written as 2x minus 3x plus 6. Can I write it in this form? Yes, you know the factorization, right? Simplification. Yes, the same thing you have to apply. Limit of x square into x minus 2 divided by x square minus 2x. What is common over there? If you take the first two term, x is common. What is remaining? X minus 2. So if you take the second, third and fourth, what is common? Minus 3 is common. So what is remaining? X minus 2 as x tends to 2. So that is limit of x square into x minus 2 divided by, in both the terms x minus 2 is common, so take it out. What is remaining? X minus 3 as x tends to 2. So in the numerator and denominator we have x minus 2, so cancel. What is the remaining thing? X square by x minus 3. So the given function is simplified into this form. Now you apply x is equal to 2 and see whether it is converted into a known form or converted into a well-defined form. Okay, because 0 by 0 is a non-defined form, so we have to convert it into a well-defined form. So what you will get? 2 square minus 2 minus 3. 2 square is 4, 2 minus 3 is minus 1, 4 by minus 1 is minus 4. So what is your answer? Your answer is minus 4. Okay, what is your answer? Your answer is minus 4. Similarly, you have to solve some other questions also. Okay, take this question as homework. Okay, take this question as homework. This is explained in the textbook also, so I am giving it as homework so that you can try by just checking it out also. So what you have to do? Numerator, keep it as it is. There you have, it is a difference of two functions, correct? Difference of two function. So what you have to do? First you have to simplify. Okay, because if you directly put x is equal to 1, okay, if you directly put x is equal to 1, again you will get it in the form 0 by 0. Okay, again you will get it in the form 0 by 0. That's why you can't do that. Okay, so which means you have to simplify. How to simplify? X minus 2 is there. In the denominator what you have? X square minus x. So take x outside. So remaining thing is x minus 1. Minus 1 by. Here what is common? X is common. The remaining is x square minus 3x plus 2. So factorize this and see the common factors and simplify. This take it as homework. You can check the problem in the textbook also. It is in the worked out example. So in case if you have any doubt, please do contact me. Okay. So these are the exercise questions. I will solve some of them. If you see the first one. Okay, first one. What you have to do here? You just have to put the limit value. Correct? Because first thing is it is a rational function, so the step remains the same. First what you have to do, you just have to put x is equal to 4. Okay, so put x is equal to, so what you will get? It is equal to 4 into 4 plus 3 divided by 4 minus 2. So what it is? 16 plus 3 divided by 2, which is 19 by 2. So that is your answer. So what is your answer? It is 19 by 2. Okay, coming to the next one. X tends to minus 1. Okay, they have told x tends to minus 1. So what you have to do? In place of x, you have to replace it by minus 1. So minus 1 power 10 plus minus 1 power 5 plus 1 divided by minus 1 minus 1. X idda jagadalella minus 1 hakidini. Okay, always you know, if you have a negative number and if the power is even, okay, if you have a negative number and the power is even, it becomes positive. So it becomes 1. Okay, and if you have a negative number and power is odd, then it is minus 1. Plus 1 divided by minus 1 is minus 2. So 1 minus 1 cancels. So it is 1 by minus 2. So what is your answer? Your answer should be 1 by minus 2. Okay. Okay, take down the next question. 3x square minus x minus 10. Okay. 3x square minus x minus 10 divided by x square minus 4. You have to find the limit of 3x square minus x minus 10 divided by x square minus 4 as x tends to, okay, as x tends to 2. Okay, what you have to do? As x tends to 2. This is a simple question. Okay, this is a simple question. What you have to do is, here you have to factorize the numerator. Here you have to factorize the numerator. So what is the product? Product you should get as 30 and sum should be minus 1. Okay. So you have to find two numbers such that product is 30. That is 3 into minus 10. So minus 30. Okay. Product should be minus 30 and sum should be minus 1. Okay. So you have to find two numbers such that when you multiply those two numbers, your product should be minus 30 and your sum should be minus 1. So which are the two numbers? Yes, absolutely. It is minus 6 and 5. Correct? Minus 6 and 5. So you write the numerator. First just take that function. Do not apply the limit. If you apply x is equal to 2, you will get it in the form 0 by 0. Okay. If you directly put x is equal to 2, you will get it in the form 0 by 0. That's why we are simplifying it first. Okay. X square by 4. So it is 3x square minus 6x plus 5x minus 10 divided by x square minus 4 can be written as x square minus 2 square. So it is, what is common in the numerator? It is 3x, x minus 2 plus 5, x minus 2 divided by x square minus a square. Apply a square minus b square formula. So it is a plus b into a minus b. So it is x plus 2 into x minus 2. So what you will get? 3x into x minus 2. Sorry. If you see in the numerator, you have x minus 2 common. Take it out. What is remaining? 3x plus 5 divided by x minus 2 into x plus 2. Okay, so cancel x minus 2. So your function is simplified to 3x plus 5 divided by x plus 2. So then what you have to find? Now you find the limit. Now the same function can be written in this form. So limit of 3x plus 5 divided by x plus 2 as x tends to 2. Now directly put x is equal to 2. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ first if you do initially if you put x is equal to 2 you will get it in the form 0 by 0. I have not shown because if you check you will get it in the 0 by 0 form. Okay, so I have simplified the given function using certain formulas. So it is, if you put now x is equal to 2 you will get it as 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 5 is 11 by 4. So this is your answer. Okay, this is your answer. Try this question. Try this question. Similarly, try these questions. Here x power 4 you have. Try this question students as homework. And if in case if you have any doubt, please do contact me. Okay. Thank you students.